His agent posted something too.
His agent?
Yeah, saying like he was taking issue with the Eastern Conference coaches and saying, look, this is a player, Bradley Beal, who stuck with this team, didn't jump ship despite the fact he knew it was going to be a tough year, and he could have easily gone somewhere else, been on a different team, have a season like this, and automatically he's an all-star.
You mean the agent who let him take the most money so he can get the biggest cut? He not in a position. First of all, the Wizards are 15-31.
Now 16-31.
16. Listen, Bradley Beal is a good player.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but they basically got the same record as the Knicks and the Cavs. But my point is, his agent can't complain. If he was worried, like he took the maximum extension to know they were going to stink. So he took the most maximum money he was going to get also.
Okay, I have an issue with the All-Star game. And here's why. First and foremost, I just want to say shout out to everybody that's keeping up with the channel. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Young, and I'm back. I got another analyst video. I had to drop this video because the fucking All-Star game, I have an issue with how the All-Star selections come out. All right. We just saw the release of the All-Star starters, and Luka Doncic was an all-star starter. Alright? I'm not a Luka hater. I'm not. But my issue with the selections of the all-star game is the bias that they have to certain players. Alright? We can go down the list. Certain guys who've put up great numbers and they don't get selected. Prime example, Devin Booker.
The Phoenix Suns. Jalen, do you think that Booker is the correct replacement for Lillard on the All-Star team?
Well, it's tricky to call it Team LeBron, even though he and Giannis were the highest vote getters, when he didn't select this player. Just think about that. Why are we watching them do a draft, and then when somebody get hurt, they don't even select the replacement? First and foremost, that's a glitch in the matrix. You can't be mad at Booker for getting the nod because his numbers are just crazy offensively, and we know what he can do. But if all things equal, I would have had to reward winning and give the spot to Ja Morant.
Now, with Devin Booker's case, it's a little bit different because Devin Booker has always been in the West. The West has always had great guards like Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, James Harden, yada, yada, yada. They've always had great guards, and so it's been kind of hard for him to make the All-Star team, which is fair. But the biggest thing that used to surround Devin Booker's name was that he's not going to make an All-Star team because they don't win. 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 Or when the record is nearing the All-Star break, well, they didn't win enough games to make it. Same thing with Bradley Beal. Last year, Bradley Beal was arguably the best shooting guard in the East. He was averaging close to 30 a game. I think it was more than that. But the Wizards was around 16 and 30 something when it got to the All-Star break. And this is before COVID. And the biggest thing around Bradley Beal was the Wizards are not in playoff contention. They don't win enough. They don't win enough. They don't win enough. So he can't get picked. Brad never got picked. Brad never got picked. Brad made the All-Star game because somebody got hurt. Devin, same thing. There have been times where Damian Lillard missed out. Same difference. And now you have Luka Doncic make the All-Star starters. Now, granted, we gotta look at his stats. All right, you gotta look at his stats because whatever. He's averaging 29 points a game, 8.6, so basically 9 rebounds and 9 assists, shooting 47% from the field, which is fine. That's fine. I don't have an issue with him doing that. My issue is that the fact that currently, as I'm recording this video, the Mavericks are 10th in the West. They're 13 and 15. And technically speaking, they're not even 10th in the West because other games were canceled with other teams. But they're 10th in the West. which makes it you're not in playoff contention, right? You are currently, I want to say, I think they're 10.5 games behind. Well, 10.5 games behind the first seed, but they're, I think, 3 games out of the 8th seed, right? But they're not in playoff contention. They're not winning games. But Luka is an all-star starter. I don't get it. I really don't get it. The Wizards were literally in the same exact spot last year. They were the 10th seed because the Bulls were the 9th seed. And Brad didn't get selected. People like Zach LaVine didn't get selected. Why? Because of winning. Winning matters.
It's in Chicago. Reward this man for his play this year. Please.
I'm not here for all the rewarding people for being in the right
Let's go around
city.
the Eastern Conference.
Let's do that because I actually have a list. All right.
Okay,
So
what
first
you
of
got?
all, let me just say, when you made the All-Star team playing on a bad Orlando team, that was after years of playing playoff teams in Orlando, and you led the league in scoring, and
say
you've been
you
an
were
All-Star
exceptional.
multiple times.
Right.
This ain't that. This ain't. You weren't begging to get into the game. You were an All-Star.
I tried, bro.
So these are the guys we think are going to be the starters.
Right.
Young and Kemba Walker, right? And then Giannis, Embiid, and probably Jimmy Butler.
Right.
So now you're talking about your backups. Front court, you get 3 and 2 back court. So Siakam, Tatum, and I got Bam on mine. And then now when you talk about the back court, are we rewarding winning or are we rewarding a guy putting up stats?
So who you have on the backcourt?
Ben Simmons, Malcolm Brogdon, because everybody thought Indiana was going to struggle, and Brogdon put him on his back and has taken steps to show that he is a lead guard in this league. Then you got 2 wild card spots open. So these are the guys, these are the names. Vucevic has been an all-star and got his team in playoff contention. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Kyle Lowry, who's been an all-star. You got Bradley Beal, who's been an all-star. Then you've got, in terms of first-timers, Sabonis, again, another guy on the team, playing well. And then finally, Spencer Dinwiddie.
I was going to say, well, you got Spencer Dinwiddie flying out there, and Kyrie Irving's been getting votes. Now, obviously, when it comes to the reserves, it's the coaches
Sure.
that do it. He missed 2 months. He's obviously an all-star level player, but he missed 2 months of the season. It's sort of hard to know
So
how the coaches
when
are
Bradley
gonna
Beal
see
made
that.
the playoffs, made the All-Star game, were they a playoff team?
They were not.
But that
They were
his
not.
first one? That wasn't his first one, though.
But were they a playoff team?
But it wasn't his first. My thing is, if it's going to be your first All-Star game, you either got to be winning or you got to.
That shouldn't matter. That's like a whole nother level of qualifier. I'm
You
fine
think-
with the team
I'm
isn't
saying you
winning.
think
If you
coaches-
say
Yeah, you bring
the
it-
team
it's-
isn't winning, so that I'm not putting them on, that is a
All-Stars.
totally fair opinion.
I think if you're an
The
incumbent
first,
All-Star.
The first All-Star, second All-Star, eighth All-Star.
No. Here's my thing. Incumbent All-Star. So if I've been an All-Star before, like Tracy's example, Tracy had been an All-Star multiple times.
I was gonna say, Tracy was.
It's not a good
Nobody-
example. We
Tracy doesn't
established
realize
that.
nobody else is him.
Okay, we established Tracy's not a great example, but the idea is if you've been an All-Star multiple times, coaches are more willing to say, oh no, but he's an All-Star. So like Beal, oh, he's an All-Star though. If this is your first All-Star game, usually your team has to be successful.
Okay, let me ask you this. So take the team equation out of it.
Okay.
Is he an all-star? If you take the team out, talent-wise, what
Talent-wise?
he's displaying every single night, is he an all-star?
Talent-wise, he is, but I can't. Whenever you ask me that question, you're asking me who am I leaving off? And to me, I look at Brogdon and I look at Dinwiddie and I say those guys have been playing at a high level too, and it's being impacted in terms of the win-loss column.
But when it's the media child and Luka Doncic, who was supposed to be the MVP this year, but the Mavericks underperformed because they can't guard anybody. It's like, okay, now we have to change the rules. And I'm going to just call a spade, whether you like it or not. The NBA has to really change what it is that goes into the selection of this All-Star game, because now all of a sudden they're changing the rules because the guy that we wanted to be the media child for this upcoming year didn't make it. So now we're going to change the rules, change the narrative so that he can make it, so that, you know, he can still get media attention. That's how I feel. If you disagree, that's fine. You can comment down below. I don't care. But we gotta call a spade a spade. Why is it that all these other players constantly get ridiculed for not winning, constantly don't make all-star games, like Karl Anthony Towns, like D'Angelo Russell, like Zach LaVine, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal? All of these guys that constantly put up great numbers don't get selected because they don't win. But now that Luka is averaging basically 39 and 9 on a losing Mavericks team that is not in playoff contention, we got to throw him in there. And then it makes matters worse. They added Bradley Beal, who is on a team that is not in playoff contention, but they added Bradley Beal, and it basically was a situation where it was like, all right, well, if we're gonna change the rules, everybody else is gonna look at Brad and was like, oh well, if Luka's not winning and we added Luka, why don't we add Brad to make it even? That's basically what they did. That's basically what they did. Now I already know what people are gonna say. Well, what about Trae Young? Trae Young was an all-star starter last year. It's different for Trae Young. Why is it different? Trae Young was the best point guard in the East. Trae Young was the best point guard in the East. There was not one point guard in the East that was better than him. Ben Simmons was not better than him. Eric Bledsoe was not better than him. Like, there was no other point guard in the East that was in playoff contention at that time that was better than him. So you have to put him on there. But as far as guards is concerned, in the West, Dame was supposed to have that spot. Dame is currently averaging, I don't know how much. I think it's like 28, 4, and 5 or something like that. Like, Dame is playing out of his mind. And it's been all season. Damian Lillard was supposed to have that starting spot. And I'm not being biased. I'm just calling the facts. Facts. He doesn't have his second best player, who's arguably playing like an all-star at the beginning of the season when he was slumming. Let's be real. He's averaging 29, 4, and 7. And they're fourth in the West. Why is he not a starter? CJ McCollum was averaging 28 a game, playing like an all-star, and got hurt. Nurkic has been playing like ass, 9 and 8 a game. Like, y'all gotta call a spade, man. And I get tired. I get tired of this bias ass shit. You pick and choose who you want to throw in the All-Star game just because you want to sell tickets. I was surprised fucking LaMelo Ball ass ain't in the fucking All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he gets selected, that's different because they're in playoff contention. But you have to change what it means to be an all-star. Because they flip-flop with that shit every year. Like, it's always, oh, you have to win and contribute to winning in order to be an all-star and put up great numbers. That's always been the gist behind being an all-star. But now all of a sudden, because one of your media niggas ain't really performing as well, okay, we're gonna change it this time for Luka. When you got clearly another guard that's playing better than him and is attributing to winning. Like, it's annoying, bro. It's very annoying, and I get tired of it because we saw this from the bubble. Everybody could see that from the bubble. The Mavericks, they lost, you know what I'm saying, to the Clippers, but you could see like the media shift. Zion ain't really been doing what they wanted as far as how the media portrays certain people. And just to stop right here, we have to be honest when it comes to the NBA. There are certain, what I like to call media children of the NBA, right? You have the one guy from the draft. There's always a media child from the draft. There's always a media child in general, like an overall media child. And then there's a media child that is basically created from the playoffs. All right, I'll give you guys a prime example. last year. The last year's media child that came from the playoffs was Luka. Luka had a great bubble, but they lost. After they lost, Luka might be MVP. Luka might be MVP next year. Luka might be the youngest MVP. Luka ain't played not one damn game. The season ain't even started yet for 2021 because we was trying to figure out COVID. Motherfuckers talking about Luka is the front runner to MVP. The fuck?
Las Vegas starting to release preseason odds. Caesars William Hill recently released theirs for MVP for the upcoming season. At the moment, the co-favorites are two-time defending MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo, as well as Luka Doncic. They also have Anthony Davis ahead of LeBron, with Steph, Kawhi, KD, and Harden also on the board.
The media child of the draft, LaMelo Ball. Right? And then, what did I say? Damn, I just lost what I was saying. I said the media child from the playoffs, the media child from the previous year, and then the media child from the draft. So the media child from the previous year was basically supposed to be Luka. So Luka was double the impact as far as the media was concerned. He was supposed to be that guy. And everything was lining up as far as how the media perceived, not Zion, but how the media perceived Luka. Everything was set in stone. The Mavericks are going to be better next year. They were the top offensive team in the league. Luka is on pace to be one of the youngest MVPs ever. And then you kept seeing stories over and over. Is he going to beat Derrick Rose's record? But now Luka is 10th in the West. They can't win a fucking game because nobody can defend anything. But okay, we're gonna change it this time for Luka. Like, come on now. Y'all gotta be real, man. Same difference, like, it's annoying, man. It's certain things that I just really get pissed about, and this is something. Because it's like, you got other guys that are doing better. Don't set the rules and then change them because it don't work out in your favor. That's all I'm saying. Don't set the rules when it doesn't work out in your favor. There were other guards that deserved that starting spot. Steph deserved that starting spot. Dame deserved that starting spot. Shit, Donovan Mitchell really deserved that starting spot. If you want to be real, they've won 20 out of 21 fucking games. 20 out of 21 fucking games. Why can't nobody from a number one seed be in the starting lineups of the All-Star game? I've never seen that before. A number one seeded team not be an All-Star starter? What? I've never seen that before. And I'm more at blame to the fans. Because that means you're casuals. You're fucking casuals. Do y'all really watch basketball? Or do you just vote because of a name? Like, I saw fucking Klay Thompson with a shitload of All-Star votes. Klay Thompson ain't played a damn game. Like, what? I think going forward, in order to change the All-Star game, you have to set in stone what is needed to be selected as an All-Star. Are you going to select All-Stars based on their numbers? Or are you going to select All-Stars based on their contributing factors to winning and their numbers? You got to decide. You can't just always say, well, are they putting up good numbers and are they winning? You can't just say that every year and then because one guy is putting up good numbers and they're losing, you just want to change the curve. Luka was not the best guard right now. You have two guards right now that are playing MVP level. You have another guard that is leading the first seed in the West. and has the best record in the NBA. So there's clearly 3 other people that are better than you. Regardless of the numbers that you're putting up, there are 3 other people that are significantly better than you. That's that on that. And I need the media to do better when it comes to this shit, man. It's just like when I was talking about these ranking systems. They ranked Lonzo Ball over Zach LaVine. Look at what the fuck Zach is doing now. Zach averaging damn near 28, almost 30 points a game. Bulls are 9th in the East with a half game out of the playoff contention. Like, what the fuck? So, I don't know, man. I'ma holler at y'all later, man. I need to know how y'all feeling about this. Because this shit ain't making no sense, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'ma holler at y'all later, man. Peace.